casas. Yo estoy muy, pero muy feliz de estar aquí otro domingo más con ustedes. Y yo sé que Pastor Tony, Benji y todo el kidz staff también están felices de verlos. Acuérdense siempre de ver este video de material. Así que les voy a dar 3 segundos para que vayan corriendo con por su Biblia para decir la declaración de Dios. ¿Ok? 3, 2, 1, ya voy. Esta es mi Biblia. Yo soy lo que dice que soy. Puedo hacer lo que dice que puedo hacer. Hoy se me enseñará la palabra de Dios. Confieso valientemente. Mi mente está alerta. Mi corazón está receptivo. No seré el mismo. Estoy por recibir la incorruptible, indestructible, semilla eterna de la palabra de Dios. Nunca más seré igual. Nunca, nunca más seré igual. En el nombre poderoso de Jesús. Amén. Así que espero que estén bien y espero que estén muy felices de escuchar a Pastor Tony de nuevo. Así que vamos a dar un aplauso.
What's up, Kids World? Welcome back, welcome back. I just want to say how much I love you and how much I miss you. Thank you again for joining us on our first ever channel of our lives. I mean, Kids World on YouTube already. I mean, come on. I mean, that's pretty cool. If this is your first time joining us, I just want to say thank you. I just want to say welcome, and I want to say, hello. I love you. Like, yes, even though I haven't met you or know you, I still love you. Hi, what's up? I'm Pastor Tony. I'm pastor of the kids here, and I'm so glad again that you're joining us. And I really wish you could be here. I really do. I wish I can be preaching to a whole bunch of kids here, but I'm preaching to a whole bunch of chairs, but that's okay. Those chairs are having the anointing of God. That one, when you sit in this place, you'll feel God's peace, you'll feel God's love, you'll feel God's joy, you will feel everything, that you will feel loved, you will be forgiven, you feel all of that stuff. And yes, it's going to smell a little bit here because our kids, we run around, we stinky. Yeah, they don't take showers. No, I'm just kidding. So, last week we talked about God's pinky promises, that he's always promising and he always keeps his word. But today I want to kind of continue on this little journey, but instead of just on what things, on God's promises, and that's not a bad thing. God's promises are good, but I want to talk about in those moments that are tough. All right? So my question is, raise your hand if you have ever had a sad day. You ever had a sad moment, or someone gave you some bad news, and then another bad news, and another bad news, and another. Okay, I'm sorry. It's personal. Sorry. Flashbacks. Memories. So there's this man. A long time ago, there's this rich man, very rich, very wealthy, and there's a book in the Bible that has his name on it, and it is about this man. And this man had a fortune. This guy was favored by God, but what happened to him when one day everything turned around? And I want to talk to you guys about that. I want to talk to you guys not about the sadness of one's life, but learning to deal with the sad moments. And the thing I love about the story is that this man named Job, not Job, not Steve Jobs. That's a different mastermind. That dude is iPhone genius. But no, this man was a man of God. He loved God. He feared God. And one day, in his moment of riches and honoring God, there's this one servant that came and told him, Job, I'm here to tell you, there's some bad people out there, that they stolen your sheep and they killed your servants. And as that servant is talking, another one jumps in the way and says, Master, they killed your animals and they took in all your camels and your donkeys, and Shrek was probably in there too. And on top of that moment, another servant came in and said, Job, your kids had a party and they're drinking Kool-Aid and fruit punch, and there was a storm that came and killed them all. And then one after another, bad news kept coming. And then there's a moment where his wife came to him and said, you need to blame this on God. God did this to you, so blame him. See, the thing about Job is that even in his darkest and his saddest moments, he was confused, just like many of us. Can you think about a moment that we became sad and we got confused? 2 months ago, maybe? COVID-19. It hit us by a blind hit, blindsided us. And there's people who aren't even together anymore because we have to stay away from one another. And people become sad. I'll be honest, I'm a little sad because Kids World is not the same right now. I miss having you guys. I miss seeing you. Even though I pull my hair because of you guys, I do it out of love. But we've all lived sad moments. All of us. And the thing I learned about Job is that sometimes it's funny how life doesn't always go the way you plan it or what we expect. We never expected to be separated from each and every one of us for almost 3 months. Nevertheless, kids world. I'll be honest, I was thrown off guard. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was April Fool's, but it wasn't. And so the thing I want us to learn that Job is teaching us is trusting God. See, I love the story because Job, even when all the things were taken away from him, he never once blamed God. He never accused God. He was never mad at God. You know why? Because, and I'm going to do a little flashback, and there was a moment where God, on his big old throne, sitting down, looking at people, looking at the world, taking care of the angels, taking care of everybody who was in heaven. And then as the angels came to talk to Jesus and to God, somebody was sneaking from the back, and his name was Satan. It's funny that Satan even needs to have meetings with God, so he knows what kind of things he can and can't do. See, he's still not in control of everything. God is. And so God asked him, he's playing around. He's like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm just going around the world, here and there. Green eggs and ham, not here, not there, not anywhere. It's like, there's my good boy Joe. Yeah. Oh man, he loves me. You should visit him one day. He's highly favored. And that was like, he only praises you because of all the things you got him. He's rich. He has a wife. He has kids. He has everything. It's like, okay, go visit him. But you can't touch his life. Physically, emotionally, you can't touch it. But everything else you can take. So bad news came in. His kids, his wife, his money, his land, his animals. Oh man, can you imagine that? Like think about it. Like someone eats your Takis and you feel like you're about to die. Like, oh my God, Pastor, they eat my Takis. Like I can't do this anymore. My life is over. Like, you don't need that. It's gonna hurt you. Okay, you need to eat your carrots. Get a little celery with peanut butter. Eat some healthy stuff. You want to be Spider-Man? That's what you got to do. All right? But Job this guy went crazy. Instead of blaming God, you know what he did? He ripped his shirt like Hulk Hogan. He shaved his head. But he never cursed God. He said, God, why was I born? You should have just taken my life when I was a baby. Yet he never blamed God. He loved God so much that he was willing to say, you know what, God, this ain't your fault, this is mine. Job was a little confused because he thought he did something wrong. And I want to let you know, just because something wrong happens to you doesn't mean it's because you did something bad. Sometimes we don't understand why things happen. But if you read the story in the book of Job, God will teach you that he does these kind of things because he wants to show you off. Show you off. You ever had those new shoes? And you're like, what's up, guys? You doing good? Yeah, I got new shoes. Got a new haircut? Yeah, what's up, guys? What's up? Little Justin Bieber or a little, buzz kid. It doesn't matter. A haircut is a haircut. Or a shirt. Like, what's up, guys? You like my shirt? What's up? Oh, it's new, it's not new. Right? You want to show it off. You want to show what you got. God did the same thing with Job. And he wants to do the same thing for you. And it's not because he's trying to ground you. No. He's trying to teach you to trust him, but he wants to show you off. See, Job had many reasons to be sad. Many reasons. Lost everything. His land, his money, his kids, his wife, everything. But I love the story that later on talks about Job's friends seeing him and came to visit him. How many of you know, no matter how bad your day gets better when you see at least one friend? You know what I'm talking about? But Job had a group of friends. They sat with him. And they didn't say anything to Job. Not because they didn't care, because they wanted to wait for him to be ready. And towards the end of the story, it's beautiful. You have to understand, just when sad moments start, doesn't mean that's how it's going to finish. No. Job teaches us when you trust God and when you're done praying with your friends, the Bible said that God gave him everything back times 2. That's right, times 2. What's 7 times 2? 14. Yeah, I'm smart. S-M-E-R-T. Yeah, I beat you to it. His land was bigger. He had more money, more kids. And his friends stayed with him through the thick and the thin. But God wanted to teach Job to trust him. Even Job asked God, why are you doing this? And God said, I just need you to trust me, Job. And Job said, I trust you, God. I came here butt naked. I'll leave butt naked. You know, Job didn't care about anything. All he cared was of God and his relationship. And that's what Kids World ought to be. Yes, right now you may be dealing with a sad moment, but remember the story of Job. Trust God that he's there. And I want to give you the memory verse real quick. And it comes from the book of Job, chapter 42, verse 10. And it says, after Job prayed with his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes and gave him twice as much as he had before. Remember, you got to pray. Trust God. Pray and trust God. No matter how sad and how difficult moments get. And I'll close it up with this. This is what I believe God gave me. See, when you're in a battle, whenever you're in a tough moment, God is in front of you, fighting your battles. But when you don't see him in front of you, it's because he's standing behind you, taking care of what's to come. But you're asking, well, what if he's not? I don't see him in the front or in the back. It means he's right by your side, holding your hand, saying, I'm with you through thick and thin. I need you to trust me through the valley of death. Even when you can't see in the darkness, hold my hand. I need you to trust me. Well, Pastor, what if I can't see him from the front and behind and my side? Guess what? You're on his hand. And it shows that he's never going to drop you. He's never going to lose you. But you got to trust him. Because he will make everything better. And I want to pray for you, Kids World. Close your eyes and bow your heads. Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you that no matter how sad our days get, no matter how bad our moments get, you teach us to trust you. And Kids World will be a kid generation, world changers that trust you. Because when we do our best, you will take care of the rest, God. We believe that you are with us and you are for us. That whatever comes our way, it's not to hurt us, but to show us off on how much we love you. And to show how much you care about us and love us. We trust you, God. We believe in you. We love you, and we thank you for choosing us. In Jesus' mighty name, and Kids World says, amen. I love you, Kids World. I will see you next week. And hey, I may just see you this Sunday. All right? God bless. Take care.
Hey Kids World, my name is Benjamin Aravalo, and I go by Benji, and I am part of the sound, and I am a youth leader as well in 316. What we are doing today is that we want to show you guys on how to properly wash your hands. Doesn't matter if you're a child, doesn't matter if you're an adult, these are tips that we should all know, especially during these tough times, and this is something that we can make sure we use to help each other out. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get started with the demonstration on how to wash our hands. So what you want to do first is you want to go ahead and turn on your water. You can do it at whatever level you like, and then you're going to go ahead and get a couple pumps of soap. So what you want to do now is you want to make sure that you rub all in your hands. Make sure you get every single bit. Don't be afraid. Get in your fingernails. Look at that. Get all of that. Get all the dust. Get everything out. And then what you want to go ahead and do is go ahead and start washing all around. You want to make sure you get every single place. You want to make sure you keep going until you don't feel anything. Make sure, like I said, get underneath your fingernails. If you're eating hot Cheetos with limon, you know that stains your fingers. So once it is fully done, what you want to do is kind of shake off your hands, get your paper towels, dry off your hands. Make sure you get it all good. And once you get done, you want to turn it off like that. Make sure you use the napkin, not your hands, and you'll just throw it away. Kids World and I-316, and we want to make sure that during these times, especially as we reopen, that we're being safe, we're being secure, and that we are doing our parts to make sure we keep everybody safe and make sure we practice social distancing, wearing the mask, washing our hands, hand sanitizer, which will all be provided. So we want to say thank you guys. We love you. We can't wait to see you. God bless.